Tell you what, my second bike, which I will get another one in a year or two, if rim is not available anywhere, I'll just go custom steel and get a rim brake bike. Honestly, I still stand by the belief that disc brakes really not that great in the end. I always have an issue with disc rub, or brake rubbing. Now it does resolve itself over time as the pads get thinner, but it shouldn't be an issue in the first place. And I've had it adjusted several times, stupid. And then just the fact that I had to replace my right shifter because the hydraulic valve got corroded, and they wouldn't replace it, even though it was within a year warranty. They wouldn't replace it. So it's just stupid. So I'm not going hydraulic disc brake ever again in my life. There are good things about it, like yes, they are safer in the wet. You will be able to brake sooner, but rim brakes have been around for decades. Nobody had a problem with them in the rain. You have to hold the brakes a little bit earlier than normal, but yeah. Although I will say that with discs you can get carbon rims more easily. That said, I'm not 100%. Here's a cost breakdown for my rim brake, or my disc brake. I ride a lot in mountains, so I go through disc brakes like a madman. I replace my pads maybe once every month or once every month and a half. Not seeing on here. Now I do get an off-brand pad that grips better than the Shimano pads. So they do wear out a little bit faster. And it costs me about $30 US at a time to replace them. So over a year, I am spending about $180 to, let's see, 180 to what? Maybe $300 US a year to replace my disc brake pads. That does not include the rotors. You do have to replace your rotors, and I have to replace my rotors every 3 or 4 pad changes. So now I have Dura-Ace rotors. I certainly don't have to go Dura-Ace rotors, but the rotors cost like another $150 US for the pair. I think it's around $150 US. So if I do that twice a year, that's another $300 US on top of the $180 to $300-ish I spend on disc brake pads. So that's already $600 US a year to ride a bike on disc brakes, and that's only for changing the pads and the rotors. Now, everybody says, "Oh, carbon rim wheels or carbon rims wear out faster than aluminum, and they're more expensive, and they'll be more expensive on your rim brake bike, and they'll be cheaper on your disc brake bike because you don't have to replace them as often." This is true, but only if you're not thinking about the cost of running disc brakes. And if you ride often, like me, if you ride often like me, if I'm spending $600 US a year on replacing my brake pads and my rotors, if I had a rim brake bike, I could use that money towards a new set of carbon rims every 2 years. I mean, think about it, $1,200 US. You can get a cheap set of rim brake carbon rims every 2 years for that money. And honestly, you don't even really need to. Carbon rims won't wear out in 2 years. So I'm not convinced that disc brakes are any better than rim brakes. There's benefits to disc brakes. There's, like I said before, they are better in the wet, and they're easier to control when you're doing a lot of mountain descents like I do. And I like that about them. But they're heavier, they're more expensive to take care of over time. They have that super annoying disc brake rub, which I've not been able to get rid of. And then you have the hydraulic fluid that you have to worry about. And then there's the fact that my shifter had to be replaced. And this is a $200 US shifter, $300 US shifter. Is it 200 or 300? I can't remember. It's expensive. All because the hydraulic plunger got corroded and they want to replace it for free, even though it was within the warranty period. Stupid. That really grinds my gears. Shimano, by the way, don't get Shimano Ultegra Di2. Just go SRAM, because with SRAM, SRAM actually sells parts that you can use to rebuild your hydraulic shifters. Shimano does not. You can't even find the blueprints for the hydraulic shifters. So I'll never buy Shimano again, simply because of that. When I do get another bike, I'll just go SRAM, because at least you can rebuild those. You can get the parts for those. GP Llama, welcome, by the way. Disc Brake Death Squad checking in, yeah. Like I said, I like him, I hate him. I only have the Cannondale Cat 13. I can go over and over again about how much I don't like it.
Right on!
Alright, Mike, it's good to see you again. You have a good day, bro. So, GP Llama, welcome. Unfortunately, I can't check my chat right now because I don't have it on my phone. I had to reset my phone not too long ago. And my mouse is over there. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Yeah, like for me, I really want to go back to rim. I had a Trekkimanda ALR that I just loved the death out of, and then it crashed because some fucking car. And that totaled my bike. And this was like right when all of the supply problems with bicycles started, so I thought, you know what, I'll go disc. I'll try disc brakes. I really wanted to love disc brakes, but it's just been one thing after another. I've been told by my bike shop, like, normally people won't have these problems like I have. But it just still leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And it really sucks. And it sucks because manufacturers are moving away from rim brake bikes, other than Merida and Giant, and I think Cannondale does still sell the Cat rim, for now anyway. Giant sells the Advanced KOM in rim, which is nice to see. Merida still sells some cheaper rim brake bikes, which is nice to see. But when I do get ready to buy a new bike in like a year or two, If there's no rim brakes available, I'll just go custom steel at that point.